Today's AM Power, I'm going to be going over the basics, man. If you guys have been on any of my trainings and you hear me train literally at all, you know how basic I try to keep everything because truly I do not think that this business is rocket science. The reality is we have one job. Our job is to get people in front of the information. We let them make the decision if it's for them or not. So the main goal is to get people in front of the info, whether they want to be a customer, whether they want to be a business partner. That is it. That is literally what we do, right? So how do we do that though? Easier said than done, right? Well, first and foremost, I'll start with my favorite topic that I truly believe is the only thing that holds anybody back in this business, which is the ability to get out of our own way, the ability to get out of our comfort zone. Most of you guys are on this training almost every single morning. I see so many familiar faces always on this training. You can learn this game all day long. You can learn every single piece of this puzzle. You can be just a network marketing professional just in the head. But the reality is, if you're not putting the business, if you're not putting the training and the information into practice, you're never going to get to where you want to be in this business. If you are on this training call right now, you're on this training call because you want to take this business somewhere where it is not currently at, right? And I would imagine, and you can drop it in the chat, let me know how many of you guys want Vital Health to be the business that really provides for you. Like it's your number one, it's your go-to, it's your business. It's like it provides your life, your lifestyle. You want to quit your job and go full time with Vital Health. If that's you, let me know in the chat because I will tell you it should be your goal. I would imagine that this business is probably a lot more fun and a lot more rewarding than most jobs that most of you guys might have. Statistically speaking, 95% of people absolutely hate their jobs. They go to work every single day on Monday dreading. Did you guys know that the number one day where people pass away is on a Monday because of the stress of having to go to a work or to a job or to a career that they do not like? And what's crazy to me is so many of us that we know are going to a job that we absolutely despise literally almost our entire lives. 40 hours a week for 40 years to hopefully retire on 40% of our income, but working 40 years to make somebody else's dreams come true, working 40 years to live a life that truly most of us do not want to live. So I would imagine most of us want this business to overtake whatever that job that it is. And maybe you love your job, and hey, that's another point that I kind of want to dive into a little bit later is there's a lot of advantages to building Vital Health on top of whatever it is that you're currently doing. It does not have to replace your full-time job if you do not want to. And honestly, if you don't want it to, even better, more power to you, because I believe that when you have a job, this business is actually easier to build than whenever you are full time. And the reason why I say that is because it's so easy to take advantage of the time and freedom that this business, that this industry provides. I know firsthand from experience. I know my wife does. I know all the leaders that do this business full time as their full time income. We all understand, and we've experienced what's easy to do is also easy not to do, right? And so when you have a job or you have a career, you have things going on, it helps to keep you more structured with your DMO. It helps you to stay more organized. And you have that pocket of time that you're able to really commit to you get to commit to actually building on the business, right? So, anyways, with that being said, let's start it off. Getting out of your comfort zone. Again, most of you guys, you already know what you need to do. Okay, let's talk about today. What's your plan today? Do you have a plan for today? Right? Like, what is your plan for today to move the ball forward in this business? What is your plan? Do you have it mapped out? Do you have it on a list? Do you have a list that says, okay, I'm going to do this today, this today, this today, this today, and I will not go to bed. I will not lay my head down tonight until I conquer all of these things on this list. It doesn't have to be just a crazy amount of stuff, y'all. This business can be built very successfully just a little bit every single day. You do not have to present this business to 10 people a day to be successful. Okay. But I will say that you need to be getting this information in front of at least one person every single day minimum. But one person a day, y'all, getting this information in front of them, getting them in front of somebody that has proof of success, plugging into the system, doing those things, it doesn't take a whole lot, but it does take something. You've got to put it in. But what holds us back is our ability to get out of our comfort zone, to talk to that person that we think might not be interested, or to talk to another person that we're worried that they're going to judge us for doing network marketing or judge us for doing another network marketing. That's something I've been running into a lot recently with a lot of leaders, is their fear and their concern of being in multiple businesses, right? Maybe Vital Health is the second or third or fourth or fifth or 10th or 50th company that you've been a part of. And I'm here to tell you, do not let that slow you down, because I have ran into that a lot, because we have a lot of leaders coming into Vital Health right now. Because I don't know if you guys are aware. Let me go ahead and shout this out from the rooftops. Okay. We enrolled almost 15,000 people into Vital Health last month. Y'all, that is freaking insane. And because of that, the momentum, the excitement, and what's happening right now in the business, the industry is flooding into Vital Health. They're coming here, man. And I am telling you, if you are not the first person to introduce your network to Vital Health, your network is going to end up joining somebody else's team. So I want to encourage you guys, get loud, get crazy, and get out there. Get out there. Remember, this is relationship marketing. Relationship marketing. You've got to build relationships. Do not completely rely on what we call attraction marketing. Attraction marketing is amazing. We need to be doing attraction marketing as much as you possibly can, right? Attraction marketing simply being catching the attraction of people, right? Bringing them to you. So like social media posts and stories and stuff like that, fantastic, do that. But if you are relying solely on making a post and thinking that people are going to come to you and that's going to build your business, yeah, it might build your business, but it's not going to build your business as fast as if you are actually going out talking to people, building those relationships, and approaching those people yourself, right? Be proactive, not reactive. Okay, proactive, not reactive. Go into the marketplace. Do not expect the marketplace to come to you. Okay, and the reason why I say that right now, very, very specifically, is because it truly is a race to your network. It is truly a race to your network right now. Vital Health is the hottest company inside of the network marketing space. We are the number one conversation happening in the network marketing space. People are flooding into the business, and if you're not the first one to tell your network about it, somebody else is going to. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out. But again, get out of your comfort zone. Do what you know you need to do, and get that energy right, so you're not afraid to go out into the marketplace. Talk to anybody and everybody. And again, if you are one of those leaders that you're kind of hesitant because you've been in a couple companies and now you're in Vital Health and you don't want to be that guy that's onto a whole new thing, listen, I get that. However, use that to your advantage. You've been in the game, you've played the game, you've seen the companies out there. What's happening right now in Vital Health is undeniable, right? Use that to your advantage. And something that I think is really kind of obvious. I think it's common sense here, but what's common sense is not always so common. When you're recruiting and when you are building this business, y'all, and you're talking to people, put yourself in their shoes. What is going to make you interested in Vital Health? A lot of you guys are looking at scripts, you're copy pasting scripts. You can do that all day long, but I'm here to tell you, man, you got to be you. People are following you into this business. They're following you, your excitement, your belief, your conviction, right? So make sure when you're talking to somebody, before you send that message or before you say something, really put yourself in their shoes and be like, okay, I'm about to say this. How would I react to this type of, comment, right? So put yourself in those shoes, get out of your comfort zone, and make it happen today. Do not procrastinate. Procrastination is the thief of opportunity. One of my mentors, over the last 10 years, he passed away in a plane crash not too long ago, but something that I learned from him, he was the owner of my first and original company. And something that I learned from him is the power of not procrastinating. Probably the most busy human being on the face of the planet. But what was really interesting is no matter how busy he was, he had all the time in the world to do the things that he truly cared about, spending time with family, going to his kids' athletic games and stuff like that. And I thought it was so interesting because a lot of the stuff that he would do it right there, literally on the spot. I remember me and Heidi, we were in Japan, we were speaking at a convention out there, and we were on our way from the convention to get like sushi somewhere, and we were in this like van thing, and we're talking about things that need to be done with the business. Hey, we should do this, we should do that. And all of this stuff, me personally, I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna like take notes, and then once we get back to the States, we'll start taking action on all of it, right? And I mean, I'm telling you, by the time we got to the restaurant, all of this stuff was already in motion. He's already on the phone, he was already texting, he was already getting the team prepared for everything that we were about to do and about to launch. And that was something that I learned very clearly, because procrastination steals your opportunity. Procrastination makes you think that if you put it off until later, you're going to have more time right now. But the reality is, procrastination does not give you time, it steals your time. Okay, when you have an idea, when you have somebody you need to talk to, you need to take action on it right away. The most successful people in the world, take notes on this. This is so powerful. The most successful people in the world are quick to execute. They are fast to execute. Okay, they do everything as quickly as they possibly can. Okay, don't do things slow. Y'all, this business very specifically is significantly easier to build fast than it is to build slow. So much easier to build fast than it is to build slow, and it's so much more fun to build fast than it is to build slow. The faster you get results, or your team gets results, the more excited people get. And from an outside perspective, somebody looking at the business, it's a lot more attractive when you see somebody have fast results, quick success, than it is for somebody to have slow success, right? So make it a goal for you to have fast success, but not just you, the people that come into your business. Maybe you've been in the business for a little bit and you're like, man, I'm not having very quick success. That's fine. You don't have to. Bring somebody in and help them have fast success. Now that's your story. Utilize the other stories inside of this business to help you build your business. Your story is not just your story. Your story is Vital Health's story. And like I said, and I've said it a million times already, y'all, we are the hottest thing inside of the space. Use that. Use that to your advantage, because if you don't, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year, 2 years, 5 years from now, you will look back on now. You will look back on this time, this window of opportunity, and it's either going to be one of the most like proud moments, because you're like, man, I took advantage of that window of opportunity, or you're going to look back on this time right now and you are going to have regret saying, I really, really wish I would have taken advantage of the opportunity when I had it right there at my fingertips. Now is the time. Okay, so do not procrastinate. Have your DMO. I talked about that on my last AM Power. Get structured, y'all. Break it down. Where's your time blocks? When are you going to work this business? And like I said before, what is your plan today to move the ball forward? Tonight, you have to be able to go to bed and say, you know what? If my whole team did what I did today, I would be a double, quadruple, a million black diamond, whatever, 5 bajillion is a month. Okay. Like if everybody did what I did today, it would be insane, right? You have to have that, y'all, because I promise you, if you are not leading by example, your team's going to do what you do. They're not going to do what you say. You can coach them, tell them, train them, tell them all day long what to do, but they're going to do as you do, not what you say. You have to lead by example, and you better be the strongest, best, and most consistent builder on your team. That should be your goal. If you're leading by example, your team will follow. If you're not leading by example, your team's not gonna they're not gonna do what they need to be doing. Okay. Be consistent. Already talked about that. Being disciplined. It's simple, right? How come a car salesman can sell 30 cars in a month, which is on average $30 to $50,000 liability, but yet they're selling 30 of these $50,000 liabilities every single month, but yet those of us that are on this call, we're struggling to enroll one person into this business every single month, with the highest package only being a $1,200 package, and this is a reoccurring asset. Y'all, we have the easiest sell in the world. How can a car salesman sell 30 cars in a month, but yet we struggle to enroll one person a month? Here's what I believe. I believe it's because we don't have a boss. Most beautiful thing about this business, we don't have a boss. The worst part about this business, we do not have a boss. We have to be able to hold ourselves accountable. You have to be disciplined being disciplined. You have to be good at being your own boss. Like I said before, would you hire yourself or would you fire yourself? Right? Be disciplined being disciplined. Surround yourself with the right people, y'all. You're the average of the people you surround yourself with. And this is in every facet of life, right? Like not just this business, not just success and money, right? You've heard it a million times. If you hang out with 5 rich people, you'll be the 6th rich person. If you hang out with, 5 broke people, you'll be the 6th broke person. Okay? True. However, it's not just about that. Look at your faith. Look at your family situation. Look at your relationships, right? Look at your fitness, right? If you're hanging out with 5 people that are drinking and partying and not taking care of their health, not taking care of their family, not taking care of the things that matter, you are going to be the 6th person that falls within that trap. Now, if you hang out with those 5 people that are all rocking in all those areas, okay, you'll be the 6th person rocking in those areas, right? So be very careful. I made a post on my Instagram about this the other day, is about being very careful who you are giving your time to, right? Who has real estate in your life? You've got to be so careful with this because this is a very, very slippery slope that I see a lot of people fall into, especially in this business. But here's what I love about this business is you have a family, you have a community, you have relationships, you have friendships right here within Vital Health, right here within this team that's going to help you grow. So make sure you're staying around the fire, right? If you have any team at all, okay, you need to be in contact with your team. And no matter what, whether you have a team underneath you, you have a team above you, you have leadership, you have, people above you that brought you into the team. You need to be staying in communication every single day with your team, right? Like if you're working any job, like you're in communication with your team every single day. One of the reasons why I love AM Power is because it gets everybody together every single day. But this is not enough. You need to be in communication with your leadership and you need to be in communication with your team and your organization every single day, holding each other accountable, asking, hey, what do you have on the books today? How can I help today? What is our plan for today? Let's get 1,000 in volume today. That's the goal. We need 1,000 in volume. Whether we sign up one person out of big pack or we get 3 or 4 customers, whatever it is, let's get 1,000 in volume today. Make that a goal with your team, your organization, and y'all stay in communication all throughout the day until it's done. Right? Again, not rocket science, y'all. All right. I got to be fast. I'm already over my time. I'm skipping through. I've already talked about all this stuff. I ramble. Man, don't I? All right. I'm going to talk about this one last thing. Build relationships, y'all. We are relationship marketers. Build relationships. People are going to join this business because they have a relationship with you. And what's going to convince them to join this business is your conviction and your belief in what we have going on. The amount that you care about this is the amount that that person is going to believe in this. Your belief, your conviction is what sells. You're not trying to sell people on Vital Health or the
Yeah,
products or
Jose.
the business, okay? You're simply trying to sell people on your belief in what we have. That's it. So Get really structured with today. Okay. If you do not already have a list written out on what you are doing today, each hour, whatever it is, make that list, cross it off as you get there. Okay. One of those things that I talked about DMO last time, but I'll tell you. So I do meditation and I pray every single morning. I do personal development every single day. Y'all, you have to start on yourself. You have to start on yourself. This is personal development with a compensation plan attached to it. The more personal development you do, the better you're going to get. However, very important, do not let personal development, doing personal development, trick you into thinking that you're building your business. I see that all the time too. People are spending all their time. They're like, man, I'm going to take notes. Okay, I have my list on what I'm going to do today. I'm going to, they're doing all of this busy work, stuff that should be done. Okay. However, they trick themselves into thinking that because they did all this busy work, that they're moving the business forward. And y'all, I'm here to tell you that the only thing that moves your business forward is you call it IPAs, IBAs, income producing activities. The only thing that is moving your business forward is new people seeing the information every single day. That's the only thing that is going to move your business forward. Okay, so you need to make sure that you are tracking that, how many new people are seeing the information, and making sure that you are following up. Something else that I see all the time where people fall through the cracks is people are not strong with their follow up, y'all. You've heard it a million times, and I'll say it a million more times. Fortune is truly in the follow up. Okay, fortune is truly in the follow up. If you've ever read the book Go for No, meaning get the result, getting that out of your head and just going through the no's. I'll never forget, I was doing a training a couple of years ago. We had probably like 600 people in this hotel room, and I was doing a training on recruiting. And I said, okay, so like the goal was, I said, okay, everybody, we're going to do a competition. Who can get the most no's? I want to see who can get the most no's in the next 15 minutes, right? And I had everybody, messaging people, calling people, texting people. And here's what was interesting is we had more people interested in seeing the information than we had people saying no. And it was funny because I tried to get like no's. Like I even contacted people that I knew for sure that were going to tell me no, because these were people that were like very aggressively like never talk to me about network marketing again, right? So I messaged like 6 people, right? Because I was like, dude, this is good because I'll be the example, like so they can see that I'm not afraid to get no's, right? And every single one, I had one person out of like the 6 people that didn't respond. Everybody else was like, yeah, I want to check it out. I want to see what you guys have going on. And the reason why I think this is powerful is because so many of us, we assume people tell us no when they just don't respond. Or we assume people are telling us no because they don't get back to us after they say they're going to talk to their spouse, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. And they assume people are accepting no's. You guys, I guarantee you, almost everybody on here, you're accepting no's from people that aren't actually even telling you no. Okay, most people, I will tell you right now, especially right now in today's world, today's economy, most people are interested, y'all. Most people are curious. Don't accept a no until somebody flat out just simply tells you no. And even when they tell you no, you still follow up with them a month, 2 months, 3 months later, and just kind of keeping them in the loop, just kind of dripping on them a little bit. And not necessarily just about the business, but keeping the relationship alive. Because again, so many people have told me no. There's people on this call right now that are part of the business right now that I've been dripping on for years, and now they are here, right? So don't accept a no until somebody tells you no. And even then, you drip on them and you keep that relationship alive. And remember the 25% rule, okay? This needs to be tattooed on your brain. Every single day that you go without keeping the relationship alive with somebody, they lose 25% of their interest once they are introduced to this. More so important is when you have a new business partner, okay? So let me explain. If you bring somebody into the business, okay, they sign up, they're in. Okay, you have to move the pin forward with them fast. The number one goal is to get them paid as quickly as you can. But it's not just about getting them paid. It's about moving, it's getting some sort of result. And some sort of result might just be somebody booking a three-way call. Boom, that's a positive result. People just need to see a positive result. And if you do not get a positive result within 4 days, 25% rule, each day being 25%, okay? If you go 4 days without moving the pin forward, that person that you just brought in, you brought them in for no reason. They're out, they fizzle, they quit, they're gone. Statistically speaking, y'all, 75% of people never recruit not even one person. And let me tell you why that is. It's not that person's fault. 75% of people do not recruit not even one person in their entire career of network marketing, not because of them themselves, but because the person that brought them in did not help them launch their business. Every single person on the face of the planet can recruit, no matter what, guaranteed one person. Everybody can do it. But it's up to us, the sponsor, the leader, the one that brought them into the business, to help them do that. Right? Get them plugged into the system. Y'all, we have a call tonight, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to be doing the overview. Pack the freaking house, y'all. Get people on the overview. I'm telling you, you get 10 people on the overview, you're going to have new business partners. You get one or two or three business people on the overview tonight, the chances are you are going to have a new business partner or a new customer. After the overview, get them connected with somebody that has some sort of proof of success. Your trust, our proof, the team's proof, y'all, we're unstoppable. Right? So get people on the call tonight. And last but not least, most important thing in the world, make dang sure you have your ticket and you are booked and ready to go to Anaheim November 1st and 2nd. November 1st and 2nd, Anaheim Vital Fest, y'all. You've got to be there. You have to be there. You will never see a multi-million-dollar earner inside the network marketing space that has ever missed an event. Y'all, we do not miss events. That's like our one like requirement in this business is to show up to the event. That's it. Okay. So make sure you are in Anaheim November 1st and 2nd. We've got all the Halloween and Disney World stuff, all that. We got so much cool stuff happening, but you want to be there. It's going to be an absolute blast, but don't just get you there. Get your team there. Okay, and I'll give you one last piece of advice from experience. My very first event, David Nieves, because if y'all don't know, David Nieves, our VP of Sales, he brought me into the network marketing industry, by the way, taught me everything that I know. And my very first network marketing event, okay, convention, he told me, Miles, get everybody you possibly can to this event. Make sure your whole team is there. Pack the house, no matter what, you be there. And I'll be honest with you, I've never been to a network marketing event. I've never even been to a convention at this time. I didn't even know what any of this was. I was like, okay, what is like some like rah cool thing? Okay, it's probably pretty cool, but I did not understand the seriousness of it. At that time, I was like, okay, I'm going to be there and I will announce it to my team and I'll make sure everybody is aware that we have an event going on, right? Y'all, there's a difference between announcing and promoting. Huge difference, okay? Announcing just lets everybody know what's happening. Promoting is pushing, encouraging, like pushing people to show up. And I will tell you, my biggest regret in my entire network marketing career was my very first convention. Because if at my first convention, if I would have promoted that event the way that I could have, I would have made millions with an S, millions of dollars more than I have from that very first event. And I promise you, as soon as I got there and I saw the power of it, I was like, wow, if I only had more people here, it'd be a game changer. And I will tell you, that first event, we had people that showed up not even being ranked, and within 30 to 90 days later, making 15, 20 grand a month, all because of that first convention. That's how powerful conventions are, y'all, because it allows people to see what's possible. And it's a belief thing, because again, this business is not rocket science. It's simply our ability to get out of our comfort zone. How do we make it easy to get out of our comfort zone? When you believe, when you fully 100% believe and you are sold out to this, nobody can tell you no. The reason why I am successful in this business is because I do not care who you are, where you're from, how successful or not successful you are. I promise you, you cannot convince me that we do not have the greatest opportunity on the face of the planet. And that's why. That's why I've been able to be successful, is because I am absolutely sold out. But that's what these events do, is it allows people that are new to this, or maybe not even new, even if you've been in the game, you see what's possible. Y'all, we have enrolled 15,000 people into this business just last month. We had one lady, by the way, okay, hit double black diamond in 30 days. Not double, black diamond in 30 days, y'all. That's 2 million in volume in 30 days. I've never seen anything like that before in my entire life. The amount of diamonds and double diamonds and triple diamonds and color diamonds that were popped last month is insane. We have something special here. So make sure you're at the event. Make sure your team is at the event. Promote it. Don't announce it. I will see you guys in Anaheim. Make sure you stick to your DMO today. Conquer that DMO. Do not go to bed without conquering the day, y'all. This is a business that you want to take advantage of. I love y'all. Have a fantastic rest of your day. If you guys need anything, find me on social media. I'm here to help you build. And let's go crush it, y'all. Have a good day.